Okay, hello. Yeah, it sure has been a while, hasn't it? I have had a whirlwind of the past month or so, really. Um, a lot of travel for work, some travel for personal reasons, just ton of events and things going on for both my job, my like full-time job and my freelance work. But I think things are going to clear up a bit now. I know I say this going into Thanksgiving week where it's going to be very busy again, but I think things are going to calm down a bit. But yeah, sorry, I just did not have the time. I think I was away from my computer for like over a week, just with the other commitments, so I did not have the time to sit down and review the last chapter. But I don't think we necessarily like. I'm not even going to spend time on that today. Even though I like to cover every chapter, I feel like this time I could just pass it over. Greater people than me with greater insight than me have talked about it to death. So I think I'm going to move right along to the current chapter, which was fucking incredible. So let's dive in right here. First off, I'm just scrolling through as I go, and I'll talk about my thoughts as I see them. The cover story, I mean, not cover story, the color spread, one of my favorites of all time. See, the issue is they're all eating like yams or sweet potatoes, which is a food I don't like, which kind of takes the strike off of it. But the art on this is so fucking good. I want this as a poster so badly. And Yamato on this color spread, no joke, gave me like life for like multiple days. Like he is so fucking adorable here. I love him so much. And even the Sanji with oh my god, why am I blanking on her name? Wow, I'm totally blanking on her name. I'm looking it up right now. Purple haired kid from Wano. Otama. Yeah. Totally forgot. But yeah, Sanji Dogger is so cute. This is just one of the best color spreads in a while. Let's get back to the chapter. So it worked. I knew this wasn't going to be the direct end for Rocks the Last Chapter. I knew we were going to cut back to this. Some people were saying that might be the end, but yeah, of course, like fucking the God's Knights were just like they were just like lingering in the background, watching, not interfering, not doing anything. Such cowards. And then they roll up right when like they know the dummy reversey has been reversed. Like of course, it's so typical. And that Garp and Roger are out cold. So they come up and we don't see the stab happen on screen. I wonder if they don't kill him there, or that doesn't kill him. I'm interested to see, because when Oda doesn't show a death explicitly on screen, it means it did, so I'm interested to see if Rox is still alive beyond this point, and what happens with him and Blackbeard and everything going forward. Like, he could very well be dead. That could be exactly what's happening here, but it just very interesting, that Oda explicitly does not show it. God, fucking at the end when he says thanks for stopping me. And of course Gabon and Rayleigh came back, and Rayleigh is like he was killed. So we see like shots of all the big players that came out of God Valley, and talking about how this is like the curtain for a new world era to unfold. Like God Valley, really, I've talked about this in other videos, but it's really like the nexus point of One Piece. Like, and seeing this spread like really affirms that, where we see Roger looking so much like Ace. We see Garp, we see Whitebeard, Big Mom, Dragon, Kaido, Baby Shanks, the Baby Revolution, Ivankov, Ginny and Kuma, the Revolutionaries, and Baby Blackbeard. Like, this is really the nexus point for everything of One Piece to splinter out of. And I think that's incredible writing. That, like, all of these narrative threads are, like, pulling from this one event. Like, pretty much every single narrative thread in the entire series kind of, like, spreads its tendrils through God Valley. I think that's absolutely insane level of writing. So I don't think... It seems like the island's collapsing, but it doesn't look like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't look the same as when Imu used the Mother Flame to destroy Lelouchia. So I think it literally just collapsed from the like weight of their fight and the hockey that they were using. I don't know for sure. This could be wrong. It could be like a full on like, you know, wiping of the islands like the other, but I think it looks different. I think it looks different. Um so then of course we see them opening up the chest. And Glorious is hanging out on the ship now, swooning for Roger. And of course they find baby Shanks inside. Did I miss the... No, I didn't get to it yet. Because there was a part that, like, fucking... So... It's like some people are celebrating that Rox is dead, and the whole propaganda machine is pushing out that Garp's the hero that took him down, you know, and Garp's pissed off about it. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right fucking now. Melon T is on my side with this, so I have full confidence. Fuck Garp. He is a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. If he thinks this is the right path forward, like, he is... No. There's things at the bottom of the cliff that need a guard. Like, you could do so much better. And, like, we see, like, after, where's that page? Yeah, when it cuts to... When he frees, Dragon... He's like, Dad, I'm gonna quit the Marines. He's like, Kay, I despise you, Kay. Throws the key. Could be in the moment right there when he's like, oh my, I'm abandoning my son. We both went through the same thing. We both saw the same thing. And yet I'm staying back in the Marines. In the group, very group that perpetrated this. And I'm you're letting your son go free so you might feel less guilty, you know? But you fucking could have worked with him right then and there. Your son is like right there, and just ignore it and go back to the very group that did all this, like thinking you're the best by staying in the group and trying to make things better within. Oh my god, when this really solidified this solidified that Garp is on my absolute shit list. This God Valley flashback solidified that, and also that Dragon is one of my new favorite characters. The integrity there, it's so fucking good. God. And then of course we got all the stuff with Harold, finally getting back to Loki and Harold, which were the focus of this flashback. That's so... Loki thinking Rox is Nika. And Rox even says right there, destroy it? I'm even to be king of the world. I don't want to destroy it. And I think that's what Blackbeard... You know, the disconnect that Blackbeard is missing there. And he brings up again the Galera band of Routers. Like, they seem to be very important for the story, because Oda keeps bringing them up. I feel like it's almost like Oda keeps bringing them up. The fans choose to, like, kind of disregard it and not really talk about it. And then he keeps bringing them up again and again and again. Like, hey, I need you to remember this. These guys are going to be important. And the fans are like, yeah, we don't really care about that. We're caring about all the God Valley stuff. Things like that. And then he's like, no, remember these fucking giants. But yeah, like Loki's flipping out. And of course, Harold flips out too. Like father and like son. And Harold just fucking... breaks in a way where he takes all of the wrong messages, like where he's like, I only did this because I wanted to stop Elbaf's chances. I didn't want to risk Elbaf's chances of joining the world government. Yet he finds out that the world government killed Rox, and then he left him to die. And yet his like resolution is to double down on serving the government. I don't understand Harold. Like, he's flipping out and having a meltdown and a mental break, and he's doubling down on all the wrong reasons. And I think, you know, as much as I don't understand it, that's real. That's fucking real. That's fucking raw, you know, of someone to just have a breakdown and deal with something and take the exact wrong lesson from it and double down on that conviction of a really wrong lesson. That just feels so real to life, you know? And I really admire doing that. And it's like, it makes me fucking hate Harold. And he sails right up to Marineford. And he's like, he rips off his horns in front of them. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means becoming the mindless slave. Like, just the exact wrong lessons to take from this. And... God, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because Harold really could have been a good leader if he would have realized what was going on, you know. And he just doubled down the wrong direction. You see, Emu's like, Emu's just like, his eye opens up and he's like, I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means becoming a slave. And he's like, ooh, well, music to my ears. I condone your reversey him. Do whatever I want. Like, it's like you're fucking giving in to emu. Like, oh my god. Fucking Harold. Anyway, fucking incredible chapter. It's a chapter filled with people taking all the wrong lessons from things and doubling down on convictions that are so blatantly flawed in the wake of trauma. And it's just, it just shows you how the modern situation in the series came to be, and it's so real and so raw and so feels so true to life how these things came to develop, that Oda really has a pull. And this is what I think is so unbelievably special about One Piece compared to 90% of series out there, is that it's a series it's very dark. It has a lot of darkness in it, but it's a series ultimately that's sort of aimed for older children, maybe middle school age children. That's kind of the target demographic. And the fact that it's teaching children in that demographic that are so susceptible to various messaging, that it's teaching them about our world and history and politics and what it's teaching them lessons on how to be a better human being in our real world. And I think that's what makes One Piece so special, is that it is such a catalyst for change, and it's so tangible because of its sheer popularity. If this was someone's webcomic that they were pushing out and getting a couple hundred readers, a couple thousand readers, might not be that big shift in making that shift, but we already see cases across the world where different resistance groups are using in real world Straw Hat iconography. So it is really serving as a powerful influence in my world. I think that's what makes Oda such a special writer and what makes One Piece my favorite series. It just cherish it. And this chapter is a great example of that, in the sense that it's showing people can go through horrible situations, come out the other end, and double down on wrong convictions. It doesn't always change someone for the better, So yeah, I think that's kind of the lesson I got from here. That's kind of what I wanted to touch on. Yeah, so that's about it. It seems like we're getting a chapter next week. I'm so blind. I'm oh, it's Thanksgiving. And Black Friday, I don't think we get a chapter. It's fucking Japan. It's a different country. What is wrong with me? So American centric. Jesus. I work for an international company and I'm still American centric. John. Anyway, that is it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'm happy to be back. And I'm really looking forward to next week's chapter. I feel like we probably have 2 or 3 more chapters in the flashback. I would say we're rapidly approaching where the flashback will need to end. I'm going to miss the flashback, and I'm also excited to get back to the minor events. I love how One Piece flashbacks do that, where they set the stage so well for the current series, with the current events in the series with their flashback, where it's we're going back to Elbaf, and it's going to be tangible actions in response to the things in the flashback, which I'm really an emotional action, emotional resonance from the flashback in modern day, and I'm really excited for that. So that is about it. Thank you all for watching / listening.